Abstract Expressionism, the first American art movement to gain international recognition, was largely influenced by the U.S. government. Influential art critics, which is Clement Greenberg and Harold Rosenberg, and Peggy Guggenheim's financial support for the New York School, which became a significant success. Abstract Expressionism, a complex art movement, featured large-scale paintings with a non-object imagery and a lack of formal composition concepts. However, the artist's approach to abstraction varies greatly, despite the movement's perceived unity. Abstract Expressionism can be broadly divided into two main categories. One is action painting, two is colored field painting. Action painters prioritize the act of paintings, characterized by a vigorous and expressive handling of painting with sweeping brush strokes. The less emotional expressive and more cerebral and philosophical approach was color field painting, practiced by artists such as Seiford Steele, Barnett Newman, Kenneth Noland, Mark Rothko, and others. These artists created simple composition with large areas of flat color to provoke a contemplative response in the viewers.
So, what really defines abstract art? So, abstract art is a wide and varied artistic approach that has influenced various movements over the course of history. Abstract art can be defined as painting, sculpture, photography, design, or any art form that does not objectively nor accurately represent visual reality. Abstraction directly opposites figurative art and anything that directly defines a subject or object. Artists were known for conceiving new abstract techniques or using abstraction in dynamic way over the last century, including Wassily Kandinsky, Mondrian, Mark Rothko, Helen Frankenthaler, and Zhao Wuqi. Since the 1900s, abstraction has formed an integral pillar in modern and contemporary art. Today, abstract art continues to be explored in various ways, with many artists expanding and developing this ever-evolving genre.
The characteristic of abstract expressionism. In a typical abstract expressionist composition, there is not one focal point. Instead, a viewer's eyes might be directed all over the canvas by the colors of paint, brushes, strokers, and the artist's technique. This focus to make art that while abstract was also expressive and emotional in its effect. They were inspired by the surrealist idea that art should come from the unconscious mind.
Here are the abstract expressionists. One of them are Jackson Pollock or Jack the Dripper. He is known for pioneering a radical techniques of dripping and pouring pink paint on raw canvas laid flat on the ground. One of Jackson Pollock art is Reflection of the Big Dipper. It is an abstract painting that comes from the subconscious. Next is Willem de Kooning. He is known for his vigorously charged canvases, loosely based on figurative imagery, are also emblematic of the gesture styles. One of Willem de Kooning art is Woman Ochre. It is a collection of 6 paintings focused on the female figure he produced. So here is the last one, Mark Rothko, known for his soft-edged rectangles of luminous color. One of Mark Rothko art is orange and yellow. It is symbolize of human emotion. The yellow rectangle symbolizes happiness and the orange one can be seen as enjoyment.
So here are the examples of abstract art. Some of the most famous artists in the history of abstractionism are Wassily Kandinsky, Pablo Picasso, and Harry Matisse. So first, we have here the examples of the artwork of Kandinsky's Odessa Port. The Odessa Port in 1898 by Wassily Kandinsky is a brilliant example of the use of color in abstract art to represent not the natural word but the feelings reflected by that word. Kandinsky uses warm pinks and reds on the boats. And also dark to contrast the cold blues of the sky and water in the port and provide the feeling of warmth associated with the boats, or the ideas travel and escape associated with a boat.
For abstract expressionists, the authenticity or value of a work lay on its directness and immediacy of expression. The painting meant to be a revelation of the artist's authentic identity. The gesture, the artist's signature, is evidence of the actual process of the work's creation. This art emphasizes free, spontaneous, and personal emotional expression, and they exercise considerable freedom of technique and execution to attain this goal, with a particular emphasis laid on the exploitation of variable physical character of paint to evoke expressive qualities.